Perhaps a day will come where the Ultra Beast will live here in Alola as normal Pokémon. We know that Ultra Beast arrived to Alola right after Necrozma opened Ultra Wormholes during the main story, but remember that this wasn't the first time that Necrozma came to Alola. A book in Maliesity Library says, "The Pillager of Light descended from the sky and shrouded the world in darkness." As far as we know, that was the first time that Necrozma came to Alola. It is fairly easy to prove that Ultra Beast arrived that time as well. After all, Professor Burnett is investigating Ultra Wormholes because of legends of fearsome Pokémon appearing from the Ultra Wormholes. That's when they got the name Ultra Beast. What if the Ultra Beasts that came to Alola that time as well actually adapted themselves to Alola, and as time went by they became normal Pokémon? There are several factors that can influence Ultra Beasts to change and adapt. It can be what they eat, the weather, and how the environment affects them. Normal Pokémon do it all the time, especially in Alola. Take a look at Oricorio. It changes its form depending on the type of nectar it consumes. Alolan Raichu is said to have become part psychic because of what it eats in Alola. Heck, Alola forms are a perfect example of adaptation. Executor's form was influenced by the environment of the Alola region, where strong sunlight pours down all year round. It is said that the Meowth that were offered to the royal family lived a life of luxury, which led them to have a selfish and prideful attitude. Something as simple as that caused Meowth's form to change. The official Pokémon Sun and Moon site states that the once rare Alolan Meowth became feral when the monarchy was destroyed, and they have now become regular Pokémon, seen as commonly in the Alola region as elsewhere. Now, let's see what characteristics an Ultra Beast must have to be categorized as such, and then I'll show you the slight adaptations that Ultra Beasts have done already. They must have arrived from Ultra Space. They must have Beast Boost as an ability. They are easily caught by Beast Balls. All their level up moves are prime numbers. They are genderless. While we are at it, there are three characteristics that became irrelevant with the arrival of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Not none Ultra Beast was able to evolve. They all had a base stat of 570 and all their stats were prime numbers. However, there are Pokémon that are considered Ultra Beasts that don't share all of these characteristics. Those Pokémon are Necrozma and the Cosmog line. Necrozma originated from Ultra Space. Its stats are all prime in its standard form, and its moves were all learned at prime numbers prior to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where it learns Photon Geyser at level 50. And now let's take a look at the Cosmog line. Cosmog has been believed to come from Ultra Space. It has been confirmed in the anime to be an Ultra Beast. The Cosmog line stats are all prime numbers. The Cosmog line moves are all learned at prime numbered levels. My theory is that they are truly Ultra Beasts, but that they adapted themselves to this world, since they have been here for who knows how long, losing some characteristics as time went by. That's why Beast Balls don't work as they should. They became normal Pokémon to add to the environment. There is one Ultra Beast that supports this theory, Naganadel. Look, Poipol's Pokédex entry states that this Ultra Beast is well enough liked to be chosen as a first partner in its own world. However, the Ultra Recon Squad never evolved their Poipol into Naganadel. Why would that be? Poipol needs to learn the move Dragon Pulse to be able to evolve, but it doesn't learn that move by level up. It has to be taught by move tutor or by reminding it the move, so it is not able to evolve through normal means. Maybe Dragon Pulse is a move that doesn't exist in Ultra Megalopolis, and that's why Naganadel doesn't exist there as well. Heck, it even goes from being pure poison to Poison Dragon. There is one more Pokémon that became Dragon type when it came to Alola. Remember that not known Ultra Beast was known to evolve before, and there is one more unusual thing about Naganadel, its speed stat. Do you remember me saying that all Ultra Beast stats used to be prime numbers? Well, Naganadel is the only confirmed Ultra Beast who is the exception to that rule. Its speed stat is not a prime number. Did it evolve and did its speed stat change by being influenced by the Dragon type move exclusive to our world? Are these indicators of it becoming a normal Pokemon? Did you know that the only stat that changes from Prime to Composite when Necrozma fuses or becomes Ultra Necrozma is its speed as well? So it seems that those rules don't apply to all Ultra Beasts. Maybe those rules change as they start adapting to this world. Maybe there are more Ultra Beast characteristics that can change, like having a gender. Solgaleo and Lunara are genderless, but the Pokédex states that it is said that Solgaleo is the male evolution of Cosmog and Lunara is the female one, meaning that they do have gender. Maybe they can get other abilities besides Beast Boost. Maybe Lunala got Shadow Shield to reduce the amount of damage it takes while its HP is full due to the high amount of Dark types lurking around in the Night of Alola. And maybe Ultra Beasts can also learn moves in levels that aren't prime numbers, just like Necrozma learning Photon Geyser at level 50 in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And last but not least, maybe Ultra Beasts can change to the point where Beast Balls don't have the same effect as they used to, because the environment and diet have influenced their bodies so much that Pokeballs are able to identify them as a standard Pokemon. With all that being said, I believe that Bewear is truly an Ultra Beast. It could have arrived when Necrozma first came to Alola and became a normal Pokemon as years went by, to the point of having a gender like Solgaleo and Lunala, learning moves outside of prime numbered levels like Necrozma, having stats outside of prime numbers like Necrozma and Naganadel, and being part of an evolution line like Naganadel. Why do I believe Bewear is an Ultra Beast, you ask? Professor Burnett said regarding Ultra Beast, even normal Pokemon sometimes attack people, right? But the Pokemon that appeared from the Ultra Wormhole went way beyond that. Now, take a look at Bewear's Pokédex entries. This immensely dangerous Pokemon possesses overwhelming physical strength. Its habitat is generally off limits. Life is over for anyone who doesn't run away as fast as possible. Many people call it the most dangerous Pokemon in the Alola region. That sounds like an Ultra Beast definition for me. Seems like Bewear hasn't been able to suppress its own strength, and therefore it is considered such a danger up to this day. This Pokemon has done pretty unbelievable things in the Sun and Moon anime, like running through water, doing way too high jumps, getting Team Rocket from Kanto to Alola, and even tried to fight Buzzwole but decided to get Team Rocket out of the way instead. If you still have any doubts, I recommend watching the Sun and Moon anime. There are several points I haven't mentioned. Its amazing feats and the way it behaves when Ash and his friends go to Ultra Space is very interesting to say the least. That will definitely change your mind. Hey guys, guess what? I got my first fan art. Well, two actually, both of them drawn by Chicharito. He drew both Galate and me. That was so cool from him, wasn't it? Thanks a lot, Chicharito. That's all for today's video. Be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next video.